would you self-describe as an atheist, if that's an appropriate question?
I would say so. I didn't think that at the time that I was, but now kind of learning more of what it is expressed to be, I would consider myself an atheist, yes.
Interesting. Now, the way in which you sort of cropped up in my life a second time was that I started looking into the aftermath of something I had known nothing about, which was called Operation Chokepoint. And this had been initiated under the Obama administration, if I understand it correctly, where the FDIC and perhaps the Justice Department came to realize that they could put a lot of pressure on the financial system not to do business with people in certain sectors of the economy, or to make it very difficult for them to get access to regular financial institutions. And I recall an article or an interview, maybe it was in paper, I can't remember where it was, where you were talking about the fact that you couldn't get normal credit and easy access to commercial banking, despite the fact that you were running a very successful and profitable business as a businesswoman.
Yeah, there's a lot of adult actresses and directors and whatnot, people who have had their accounts shut down in banking institutions and things like that. I have had simple things where like email servers where you can kind of like send blast emails to your subscribers and whatnot kind of reject me in being able to use them. Like, I think like, what was it? I can't remember what the website was called or whatever.
MailChimp?
Oh, yeah, it's MailChimp. That's what it was.
Okay.
MailChimp was one of the programs where I wasn't able to use it. And there's like many, many more. When I was like building my website, I was trying to like build my website from kind of like third parties, not trying to follow the standard adult website brand because I felt like they took a large percentage of our money. So I was like, what other avenues can I attract that can work with me? And I was searching for months and months to find someone to like simple to hold my bandwidth and whatnot, and it was really difficult. And I ended up having to speak to like specific owners and reach out directly to be able to be like, listen, this is who I am, this is what I want, would you be willing to work with me? And now through that I work with certain companies where I'm like their biggest one of their biggest clients. And I think they work with a lot of sport networking and this and that. And still my adult website is I'm like their number one client. And so I feel very fortunate that they would take me on, but it took a lot of research and a lot of emails being sent out to people to be able to be like, listen, I am not a criminal. I'm not a bad guy. Like, I understand that there are things that make the adult industry complicated because they have to make sure people are 18 and older and they don't want to be, giving access to people who are not of the age. And how do you find that they are 18 and all of the routine regulations? So I understand that there are those kinds of rules that take place that make it a little bit more
those
tricky.
Those are the parts that you accept that is, if I refer to you as a commercial sex worker, or you're
Yes.
comfortable with the designation?
Yes.
All right. So as a CSW, you accept that there are some added requirements for doing this kind of work so that it is legit and above board.
Yes, of course. And so I think that the problem is that so many companies just don't even want to take the risk. That makes it a bit more of a struggle for us to try and find legitimate businesses that want to do business with us, even though I think that they're missing out on a huge market by not doing it. And I'm very curious as to some of the reasons why they even don't do it. It's maybe politically, religion has something to do with it, I'm sure.